Lucia Davis, and you're listening to the Pop-Up Podcast. Good afternoon, it's Lucia, and joining me in the Pop-Up Podcast today is my friend, Hig.
Thank you very much for introducing me.
That's my job.
Can I just confirm that is my name?
It is.
It is my nickname.
Have you got a birth certificate at hand or anything like that I can show the people at home?
I actually lost it quite a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you can apply for another one though, can't you?
I did do. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, so I actually have got one.
Oh, good.
Hey, watch this. Ooh, that's good, isn't it? But can you do that?
I'll try.
No, it doesn't work. It wants to come my way all.
Yeah, it
all
does,
the
doesn't
time.
it? It's like a magnetic
Come
force.
Come on.
This is one of the main reasons why I work with Hig, because he's a hoot. He is my friend, and he is in Lucia's world as our music producer.
Not only that, I've got incredible control over microphones.
Look at that.
Ooh.
He's a tech wizard. Thanks for letting me come round today and pop up my pop-up podcast studio in your kitchen.
When you say letting you come round, you mean you just thump on the door from 8 o'clock in the morning?
I just forced my way in.
And I'm like, what do you want? What? What is it now?
Do you know, it's not far from the truth. This is what happens. I'm very last minute, very spontaneous.
Yeah.
Hey, can we do that? He's like, go on then.
Yeah,
Why
it's
not?
like, oh, God, I forget. I'll see what I've got in my diary, which is nothing.
You like to just keep it open and just...
Well, I keep it open, yeah. There's nothing in the diary,
Right.
genuinely.
That's good.
I'm just lonely.
Oh, don't be lonely, man.
Aye, okay then.
I'm here now.
Do you know what? I'm not going to be lonely anymore now you said that.
He also does accents like me, better than I can do them. What else is he good at? Well, what's he not good at? You say you do nothing, but you do a lot. You are a busy bee. You've got 2 kids. You're married to Vic. You live here in Stockport, my hometown.
Yeah.
Go Stockport.
Stockport, which is like, come to Stockport because they've done it up. And
They have done it all.
they've done it up, and there's all sorts going on now in Stockport, apparently.
Yeah.
I was only down there the other day,
Right.
in Stockport,
Okay.
and I noticed there was quite a lot going on.
There's a new Greg's I've seen.
Well, that's the thing, really. When you get a Greg's, that is,
Puts you on the map.
then you know things
Yeah.
are going.
And doesn't Cheadle Heath, I think I'm right about this, Cheadle Heath has a drive-through Greg's now.
I couldn't even imagine
Well,
what that's like.
I think there is, and I'll take you. After this, I'll take you for a drive-through sausage roll.
What, you actually drive through the shop?
Yeah, well, no, you get arrested for that, obviously, but yeah. And the McDonald's, but there's a McDonald's in the city centre as well. There's also one on the corner as you're going up the A6. Is it the A6, the 192, whizzing through there?
192, the
Friday,
A6.
Saturday night.
Yeah, it's all happening down there.
It's still happening, that 192.
Yeah,
The
all the
death bus.
characters.
To be careful on there.
Yeah, you do have to be careful.
But we joke about Stockport, but you're right. It's had money pumped into it. It's great. I do love Stockport. It is my hometown. I am a Gatley Cheadle girl, and I used to spend so many afternoons going round Stockport Market. In fact, it's where I bought my very first clown suit. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. It's a place called the Stage Door.
Oh,
And
really?
It was for £20, and it was a giant harlequin, and then all the other costumes have been made from that blueprint. So there you go. That's how it started.
Did
'cause
you
it was
sort of
just on the
negotiate
cheap.
for it? Or
No, I just went, I'm having
in?
it.
Just went in
I
there?
just went in and I'm having
How
that.
much is that? They're like 20 quid. You're like, I'll have to reconsider. I'll be back in a minute. You not do anything, because that's what I would do.
Right.
I say, by the way, they're selling them down the road for $18.99, you know. Are you sure you wouldn't be prepared to move on price?
Well, you
didn't
don't
do that?
sound like you're born and bred in Stockport with that accent. I mean, don't know. It's just brilliant how that. How does he do that with his magnetic force?
I can even do it with one hand. Ooh.
Let me try again.
No, it's just coming my way every time. You're just repelling it.
Ooh, okay. So, as you can see, Hig and I work really well together. I'm not sure how productive we are, because sometimes we don't actually get stuff done. We just have a laugh. And that's our ethos in Lucia's world. If it's not fun, we don't do it, do
It's
we?
completely against the grain, because obviously as you go through what you're taught in
Yes.
society,
Yeah.
is you work really hard and you do all this work and then something comes of it.
Yeah.
But that is not the only way to look at it. Sometimes you can literally have no plan
Yeah.
and just wing it, and
Love it.
and like amazing things will happen through not trying.
He's right. You're right.
It's true.
And do you
it's
know
true.
what? That is the mind of a creative. Because having that fluidity,
Yeah.
those thoughts to think, do you know what, I'll try that. And do you know what, not being frightened of failing.
Yeah.
How often do we write something together and I'll come in and go, oh, listen to this, what do you think?
Not very often actually, because you're pretty on point all the time.
Thanks.
Because you kind of know what you want, I would say. Whereas I'm sort of, I don't have any ideas. I don't have any ideas to start off with. I don't get up in the morning like, ooh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to re-synthesize the whole entire work of something,
Yeah.
and then come downstairs and start sort of willing away. And that's not how things happen for
No,
me.
little earworms create. You called them that. You said
Yeah.
that I create little earworms,
Yeah.
little melodies, little tunes.
Yeah, they just get in your head, and they just whir away at your brain for
Like
months and months, and you just end up screaming because you can't get it out of your head.
Yeah, just four
Like,
notes.
just like that now.
Yeah, and then we go, where can we go with this? Well, I've already released
And like with
this.
that, I'll end up doing that. I'll go to the petrol station.
Yeah, they'll be in your head.
And I go,
la, 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 la.
Hi, can I pay for the fuel, please?
There you go. That's what we do. It's not about fuel though, or petrol stations. It's about my friend Sally Jam. She's an amazing nurse. She's retired now. It was her birthday last week, and she does so much in the community.
Why's her name Jam?
Because she makes jam.
Is that not actually her
Well,
second
my
name?
Frankie, no, it's Peterkin, but her
Peterkin.
name's Sally Jam.
Yeah.
I think it sounds better than Sally Peterkin, to be fair, although Rod is lovely and obviously
Yeah.
that's their married name. But Sally Jam, just a bit more punchy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Should we put some lyrics in?
Oh, I can't do them.
All right, I'll try.
Incidentally, even though you're telling everybody
Yeah.
I'm a musician,
Yeah.
I can't actually play an instrument, not in a traditional sense.
This is true.
It's
I'm the
completely
same.
true,
All
yeah.
I've done here is picked up this gorgeous ukulele for a tenner off a car boot sale, polished it up a bit, and I've changed just by tweaking this little.
Yeah.
I don't even know the name of them. What they're called?
They're like
Not
like
handles,
the blacky-
switches, the
they're
black knobs, black knobs at the end. Yeah.
yeah. They're like,
Anyway.
I think they call them
Twisties.
Yeah.
So
I think they call
we
them.
often talk in technical terms a
Twisters.
lot, don't we?
Twisters.
Yeah.
Twisters.
So once you've twisted the twisters,
yeah.
you can just change the sound of the notes, and then I
think
just
what
put these
happens
four
when
together.
because you twist that,
sounds nice.
and then that
Yeah. Tightens the string. There you go.
yeah, it goes round.
It tunes
Yeah.
it. Thank you, Henry. Henry's with us today as well, our producer. Hi, Henry.
Yeah.
Music producer.
Just made him a cup of coffee and he enjoyed that.
Yes, he does everything. He's a runner. Doesn't mean he runs round. He just runs round after us sometimes as well, doing
The thing
technical
is,
stuff.
is
great.
whilst you're on the subject of music, we
Love
used to have music lessons when we were kids at school.
Yeah.
And they comprised of going to a classroom, and then the teacher used to sit us around a little table, and then we used to just sing these sort of like weird, strange folk songs.
Yeah.
And that's what our music lessons were.
Yeah.
There was no instruments, there's no pianos, guitars, there's nothing.
No.
So we should just sort of sit there and then making our own words up for the songs.
Right.
And I don't know what the songs, but that's how good my music lessons were at school.
Wow.
So you
We
can
had
imagine.
do you not have Come and Praise?
Ooh,
Come and Praise. Do you not remember that in a school assembly?
what's that?
You must remember Come and Praise. Autumn days when the grass is jewelled on the silken cider, chestnut shell, jet planes meeting in the air to be refueled. All the things I love so well. Oh, I mustn't forget. Oh, I mustn't forget. Now, that's not my singing
When did that
voice,
happen?
but that was my teacher that used to go very high like this. Oh, I mustn't forget. And yeah, I'd be just watching her, listening to that. Do you know what I mean? I'm an auditory learner, so
Yeah,
yes, I can learn the lyrics, but
Yeah.
I would look at mannerisms and people performing
yeah.
and find that amusing and inspiring. Hence you are very animated, you are high energy.
I think I'm more like I like sound. I'm a sound
Yeah.
designer really, and I like sound. And I
I like that, sound designer.
Yeah, and I love this. I really loved the sound of certain cars and bikes when I was a kid, and I still do.
Okay.
So I was really obsessed with sound,
Yeah.
and I could like name motorcycles as they went past the classroom at school. Yeah, because I wasn't very good at
Kawasaki,
anything else. So I used to
Yamaha,
say,
like that.
that's a Honda C50, followed by a Puch Maxi, and I think in addition it's a Honda C90. It's a bit of a deeper tone. That is honestly what I used to do, and I just loved the sound of bikes. It was big. It was a big part of like certain cars. I just loved the sound of them.
All right, close your eyes. What's this one? Any idea?
I think it's the CB500 actually.
Hang on. Try again.
Yeah.
What was it?
I think In fact, it definitely is a CB500.
Was it?
Is that right, though?
No. It was an electric bike.
Is it?
Yeah, because
Right.
you told
But
me
they-
earlier on you got an electric bike.
Yeah, but they don't sound like that.
Do
Unless
they
you put
not?
a peg in the back wheel.
We used to do that, or fold over a little,
Yeah.
or a piece of like cardboard from
Yeah.
like a cereal
Oh,
packet. Put
not-
that in your back spokes.
Yeah. But not limited to that. You can also use like a Lurpak tub, a plastic tub, because it's more flexible.
Right.
And put it on with a peg, and they work very well.
So I can see where this is coming from. For your childhood, listening for those sounds, creating music, creating sounds. Yeah.
No, and then my dad, this is
Brilliant.
a true story, my dad had some spanners that were different sizes from like 7mm up to 14mm,
Yeah.
a bit like a xylophone. And I used to hit them. I used to sit on the carpet at home with me cookies and me coffee. Maryland cookies, do you remember them?
Yeah, yeah, nice. Still sell them.
They still do them.
B&M, Stockport.
Yeah, and I used to sit there with them and going ding, 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 and that dong, ding,
You just
dong,
played EastEnders
ding,
then.
dong,
Ding,
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 ding, and then back down. Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, you could have actually originally, written that on those
But
tools.
honestly, that's how it happened, and then
Yeah.
and then nothing, right?
Right.
From that day, nothing happened,
Right.
and years and years and years went by, nothing. Just
I feel like you need a violin here.
it was a bit like that. And then one day,
Yeah.
I went to my mate's house, and he had a synthesizer, a little kind of the Yamaha Porta sound keyboard that's got all these sounds, and I just sort of went, "What's this like? What have you got here?" And he said, "Oh, it's synth." And I like pressed one note on it, and I was immediately, this is honest truth, pressed this finger on this keyboard,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Blown away.
I've got to get one of them. Where can I get one of them? Like, no, you know.
Just one note. Just by pressing
I just-
that one note.
It just,
You were like, it
it's the
just like
gospel truth.
electrified
Yeah, I just
you,
went,
and you were like, right, this is it.
went, gang, you know, like name that tune used to be. Boom, I can name it in one. Boom.
Yeah.
And I just pressed the note, and I was like, wow, I've got to get one of them. I have got to get one of them now.
Wow.
And that's honestly how it started.
And how old were you?
About 20 was really late.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because everything happens to me very late.
Okay.
I was still living at home with mum and dad when I was 27.
Really?
Yeah, and then Vicky, when I met
Late
Vicky.
bloomer, our Hig.
Honestly, I'm a late starter.
Yeah, that's good though. What's the rush?
That's what I say. And you know, like that, you know, like the Beatles song where it goes, sorry, it's just a bit of magic going on there, just then. You know the Beatles song
When
where it goes,
I'm
everybody,
64.
no. That's a common mistake. Okay. When he goes, everybody seems to think I'm lazy. I don't mind.
Yes.
I think they're crazy, running everywhere at such a speed. Doo-doo-doo, until they find there's no need.
Yeah.
And that's my philosophy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mine was more, when I get old, I'll lose my hair. Many years from... It's not that many years now, 64. Man, I have 51, 52 at Christmas. It's creeping up. But do you know what? I don't feel any different in my head.
I don't think you are any different in your head.
Thanks.
I think you're just the same.
I am very youthful in my mind. I think that's probably why I love working with kids, because they keep it real, they keep it young, they keep it youthful.
The thing is, they're very innocent and pure kids.
Yeah.
Well, mine aren't.
Well, no.
But they're very, you know, and they're just great, aren't they? They're dead innocent.
They're really creative, your kids. You've
They're
got
sort of
Lauren and
creative.
Gabriel, and they came into Lucia's world, and
Yeah.
they did some of the voiceovers for us. So
Yeah.
if you go into the app and you'll unlock a story, the
Yeah.
music will play. We co-wrote this together, didn't
Yeah.
we? And again, how do we even say it? Was it 50-50? Because we just bounce off each other.
Well-
Sometimes you'll come in with an idea and then I take it further, or vice versa. It's very hard to say,
Yeah.
well, you did that and I did this and you did that. That's
Yeah.
not how we work,
That's
is it?
my bit. No, I did that
That's
bit.
my bit.
No, I can only make music by jamming it out,
Yeah.
basically. By just messing about and experimenting.
Sally Jam and her
Instead of
Maily
trying to
Lime
do what you do.
Marmalade, Maily Lime. Just
Yeah.
bringing jam there.
You
See?
come in with something already
That's
kind
how
of...
my brain works.
Yeah, you just want to sing about a song about jam or something.
But it could be Sally Jam, and the jammers were because we jam and we come
Yeah.
up with ideas and songs and stuff.
Yeah, because...
Have you ever thought though? Do you know? Because obviously I've been a performer since I was 17. Made a full-time career of being a kids entertainer over, gosh, showing my age now, coming up to 35 years. But have you ever thought, yes, I would like to? Because you are a naturally funny guy. Have you ever thought, yeah, I see myself. I don't know. By the time I'm 30, you know, on at the Plaza. Did you ever think I could be
Yeah, I
there
kind
with
of
my
wanted
name
to.
in lights in Stockport?
Yeah. I used to, I mean, the 90s was a great era for my for comedy.
Try that
And I was like really, what, these?
Yeah. Does because I find it quite liberating when you dress
hang on,
up.
I can't put these on.
Why?
Because these are what I put these on when I'm not feeling very creative, and things start when I put these on. Do you know what I mean? It's like already I'm starting to beatbox. I've taken them off.
All
I
right.
have to take them off because I don't want to go there.
Let me see if they work on me. Are these like beatboxing glasses?
You might do something different with you.
Chicken tattoo, chicken tattoo, chicken tattoo, chicken tattoo,
Oh, right,
chicken
you've got a
tattoo,
bit
chicken
more
tattoo, chicken
samba.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit samba. See, my shoulder started moving.
They actually
do
look like
look.
beef burgers.
They do look like beef burgers.
I didn't expect them
Let me
to
bring
do.
those in
to-
close so you can see. They do look like beef burgers.
I
Look.
didn't expect to create a samba effect.
Oh, listen to this one. Jacket potato, jacket potato, jacket potato.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See, I was putting a jacket potato in the microwave the other day, and that just started happening. Jacket potato, jacket potato. Frankie came in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We were dancing it out.
Yeah.
And then I went to a school in Stockport, believe it or not, in Heaton Chapel, stood up in front of over 300 children and performed the Jacket Potato song, and all the kids were singing Jacket Potato,
So I think the crucial bit is how do you capture that? You know, like when you're just there and you're going on about jacket potato. It's a normal day. It's an average day.
Yeah.
People are going around about the business. So people queuing up for traffic and work.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get into the jacket potato thing. How is it that you capture that idea? Because I've realised that's how a lot of people work. As soon as you do something, you sort of capture it and write it down.
Yeah, if you said to me, sit here and do this now, and you've got a
Yeah.
deadline, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So it's just lots of ideas that build up over time. So like I was going to buy some potatoes once, and they were in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Didn't really think much of that until I looked closely, and there was a really sad face from one of the potatoes inside. It's like, and I thought, oh, I wonder why it's sad.
Yeah.
And I
It's
thought,
like
oh, it's
pulled out
it's
of the
in,
ground.
Well, no, because that's its destiny. But it was in plastic, and I thought, you know what, this would be a great song if I write it about reducing plastic waste.
The potatoes that got left behind, the ones that didn't make it, the misshapen ones and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the wonky veg though, but some you know supermarkets do that.
Tim, you should have said, hey,
Yes.
you're one of the lucky ones, so
Yeah.
you can brighten up.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, I wrote a song about it,
right? You did.
and if you remember, you actually did the soundtrack for it as well. So. My name
I would
is
only
Bud,
remember it.
and I would if I could be rolling
Yeah, I remember it
around
now, yeah.
in a
Yeah, I remember
bucket
it.
of
Mud.
yeah. Rooting around underground in the soil before it's my time to be brought to the boil. Roasted or mashed with a sausage or two, but I'm sad and I'm mad, I'm not sure what to do. For years those potatoes came straight from the farm. We were sheltered in sacks to keep dry and stay warm.
Yeah.
See?
It had a good beat to it.
It's got a
actually.
good beat and it's
Yeah.
passionate,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a little potato fighting
Yeah.
for his life. It's like, get me out of this plastic.
And
The
more
kids are like,
importantly, sort
love
of
it.
draws your attention to the potato.
Yeah.
Because you do find a lot of songs these days, the message is a little bit kind of bland, and it's like, hey, I sent you a text and you didn't reply to my text.
Yes.
So I sent you another text, and then that text didn't go through because your phone wasn't on,
Yeah.
and I was worried. And then I sent you another text, but you didn't see that text either. And it was 2 days later before the text went through, and then you text me back.
You see, you could put a beat to that though, couldn't
Well,
you?
yeah,
It would
but
be very depressing.
eventually,
It's a
like,
bit, you know, it's not
you
high
know
energy,
what's
is
going
it?
on. Is
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, you
Although-
don't like when I play with my PlayStation,
Yeah.
but I don't like it when you go out your friend. And it's like, can we not
Yeah.
do it? Is there any like
But Matt,
deeper meaning?
Do you have a funeral song? Because actually, I do like some
I have got a funeral
melancholy
song.
tunes.
You mean
I
that
love
I've
Badly
already
Drawn
picked
Boy.
out for me, like I picked out for myself when I die?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have absolutely got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's morbid to think of that. I just because I've lost both my parents now. I know you've lost.
I've lost them, but not because he died.
Oh right, just
They
gone missing.
Yeah, I took them out one day for a walk, and about 3 years ago now. However, I know that they're about because I checked the bank details and I can see that they've drawn
Right.
money out for cappuccino,
Okay.
like John O'Groats, and the
So
next
they've
minute
done a
they'll be in like
Reggie
Norfolk.
Perrin. Remember Reggie Perrin? In
They were down Norfolk last week. It's like, oh yeah, Lidl, Norfolk, going for one of those little meals that they get.
Meal deal.
Mac and cheese.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, you're down there, are you?
Is this what you've got on your phone? One of these trackers where you can find out where they are then? Why
Yeah.
just ring them?
Hey?
Well, you can't really because.
Because they just button me, don't they?
Right. So we have lost both our parents to the heavenly ways of the
Yeah.
world. Do you like to? I'd like to think that mine are in heaven. I don't know if you're spiritual. Do you think Or do you think that's it when you go, you go? This is your time, you've got 100 years if you're lucky?
The parents, mum and dad thing.
Yeah, so just say, you're spiritual, because the stuff I write as well, I don't talk about potatoes, but it's quite emotive, and it's about emotions and thoughts, and I've grieved, I'm still grieving my parents. Yeah. But I like to go out into the world and be, because I know they'd want me to be, carry on being creative, having fun. I don't want to sit and be sad at home for too long. No. Okay, I can sit in sadness for a while, but I have always been somebody that seeks joy. Yeah. And I think you're somebody who seeks joy. I'm not saying our lives are easy, and we have struggles at times, but I think if you have the mindset of positivity and you think, right, I'm going to get up today and go and do something positive and inspire people, it's better than, like you said before, just kind of sitting there on the settee, not being productive, not doing anything. Yeah, I mean,
I do think that generally helping people out is very good for you, and it's quite a common thing. Life can be a bit tough, can be a bit competitive. It's the commercial world, and it's very easy to lose and just focus on yourself and become a bit selfish. Yeah. And I think you find that with a lot of older people who retire and then they start to do something for the community. Yes. Yesterday, I was in a cafe. Yeah. And I walked into the cafe and the people were very nice. It was a very posh little area. And I walked in and said, can I get breakfast? And she went, oh, yes, of course, yes. What do you like? I said, can I sit down? And she went, yes, wherever. Yeah, wherever you want to. Yes. So I said, can I sit in there? And she went, yes, of course. So I sat in this other room in this cafe, and it was only when I sat down that I realised I was in the post office, right?
You were in a post office?
Yeah. So, and then what I realised is that the cafe and the post office, it was a blurred universe. Right. So some of the people were like wiping the tables down. Yeah. And then they were immediately doing a special delivery. Somebody would come in and then they'd be doing that. And then what I observed was the fact that these people, they've sort of retired a bit, and then they all chip into this little community thing.
Hang on.
And
this
they all
is a
become
bit like
very
Postman
helpful.
Pat. Do you remember when Lauren was little, she liked Postman Pat? And there was Mrs. Groggins, and didn't she have like the post office? Yeah. And there was a cafe. And Naughty Norman, that I remember back then. Do you remember that one, Postman Pat?
In his van.
And his black and white cat.
Yeah. And that
so it was a bit like that. You just stepped into that.
I just sort of stepped
in time.
I stepped into this world, but I observed.
Pandy. Was it Panty Pandy or was that Fireman Sam? I'll have to do my research. So,
Postman Pat was on the border of my age, really. Okay. I mean, I was about 17 when I stopped watching it. Oh, right. But I think it was filmed. I think it was
10 years before you left home.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was. It was meant to be staged in the Lake District. I got told. That's why the roads are so narrow. Right. Like that. He's there in his van,
But community-based show.
Yeah, but
So this is what it was like your experience when you.
I just observed these people. Yeah.
Oh, you're in demand, Hig.
Oh, it might be that lottery win.
It could be the BBC, it could be ITV, it could be Sky News. They're all wanting to get hold of Hig.
It's just...
but right now he's in Lucia's world.
It's just Channel 4 again. They get on my nerves. Do you know what I mean? Oh, can you come and do a program?
They're always asking us, aren't they, Hig? They're always opportunities. But we're busy. We're writing about potatoes. We're talking about Postman Pat.
If it's not
playing the ukulele about Sally Jam.
Yeah, it's like Hollywood.
Can you
score this film from us? Like,
I know.
When do you want that?
Do you know what? It's either Hollywood or it's Windsor Castle. Do you know what I mean? It's Buckingham Palace. They're on the. Will you come round and entertain? And I'm like, well, I'm a bit busy at the moment. King Charles. But thank you for the offer. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's nice. But we're just busy. We're busy.
They're making a new.
We're busy.
Like a Battle of Britain film, right?
Yeah.
Similar thing, and they said, "Can you come and do the theme tune for it?"
Right.
And I said, "I don't know really."
When you put those on, I'm like,
I love that film. I love that music.
Is it Dam Busters?
No, it's not. No. Can I just stop you there? Yeah. It is not Dam Busters.
Right. What is it?
I'm very inspired by film music.
Yes.
Like. Do do do. Do you know what that one is? Do 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 do. Do do dun 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 dun.
Do 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 do. The Waltons.
No, but that's good though. I forgot about that one.
That's a ukulele, if ever I knew it. A good song.
Go on, see if you can play that.
No, because I've only tuned these 4 strings to play.
It reminds me of Bagpuss.
Mainly like marmalade, mainly like I loved Bagpuss.
I love Bagpuss.
And the woodpecker, do you remember with the glasses on the end of his nose?
But like the
Yeah.
music that I actually write, that
Yeah.
that comes out of me naturally,
Yes.
is very sad and melancholic.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from Bagpuss because
Right.
the thing about Bagpuss is it was great because it was this imaginary world and all these things came to life, and then at the end of the day,
Yeah.
they were just these toys in the shop window,
Yeah.
and that was always a bit of like, oh. It's like, oh, you're joking. They're just toys in the shop window. The shop's not been visited for months and it was all a bit dusty.
Well, that's a bit like in Toy Story, isn't it? When they all, when
I don't think the people...
boy comes back in the room, what's he called? It's Andy. Andy
Yeah.
comes back in the room and then they all just flop down and...
That's a lot. That's quite...
Yeah.
Even Toy Story is quite sad for me.
Yeah, it's brilliantly written. I love Toy Stories.
Because you've got this imaginary world. It's not sort of like... I mean, it obviously was because they obviously were allowed, but there's a little bit of... When he leaves and all his toys are in the box...
Yeah, and he goes off to college. I mean, how many, like 4 or 5 of them now, isn't there?
And then his toys get left behind and they just want to get back to him and stuff.
I know.
Bagpuss did
End of an era.
There was quite a lot of sadness in them programmes. Do you remember... Because I can't remember it.
I can't remember what he can't remember. It's funny that, isn't it? Yeah, it's not coming to mind.
Hartley. Do you remember that?
No.
That rabbit.
You are a few years old. Are you? What are you? 54 now. 54. Hartley. No, that was just.
I'm 56.
56.
Yeah, but my powers
You
of
look 12.
magic have not diminished yet.
No.
Look. Woo!
He's got powers. You don't look though. You don't look 55. Did you say 55?
Yeah, that used to be some sort of comfort to me, but it's not anymore because you are.
Yeah, no, you
It's a bit like,
feel it a bit, don't
imagine
you?
if you
in
sat on
your
a train,
bones.
right? You sat on a train and the driver's died and you're about to slam into a rock face.
Yeah.
And someone says, oh, you look all right. And you're like, well, yeah, but I'm still on this train heading that way. Do you see what I'm saying?
And do you know what? On that note, I'm just going to steer the train. That's how you steer a train.
Would
like
you
that,
like to change
into a
course
safe.
here?
No, we're going to have to say goodbye because probably we've been on for, what have we been on for, Henry? We talked for England, me and Hig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just try again with the microphone?
Ooh.
Oh, it's working. One more. Focus, woman.
So thank you for coming in the Pop-Up Podcast studio today, in your own kitchen. Thanks for letting us pop in and pop up.
Yeah.
Can we come again?
Have we got a slogan? Have we got something we want to leave, like a message?
If it ain't fun, we're not doing it.
Yeah, something like that. Or
Yeah.
have you got any other ones? Like
When you do good things happen. We rise by lifting others.
yeah.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. If you don't succeed, try again. Don't let them get you down.
Bite.
Don't let the bed bug.
Yeah.
Don't
See,
let the
that's
bed
a tongue twister.
beg.
Beg, bud.
Don't let them get
yes.
you down.
Yeah.
Don't let them get you up. If it's a Sunday.
We'll see you next time on the Pop-Up Podcast. Thank you, Hig, my lovely friend. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That's it.